So, Shericka Jackson of the MVP Track Club has participated in at least 3 races so far this season. And there's a problem because so far she has not yet won any of those races. And quite naturally, some of the fans are already weighing in on what is happening. Some people are worried about Shericka Jackson's current form in 2025. Now, one of the main reasons why people are so concerned about Shericka Jackson this year is that in comparison to previous years, Shericka is not even looking as much as a fraction of her former self, right? And that is one of the main reasons why some people are currently worried about what is happening. The truth of the matter is that 2025 is going to be a very, very, very challenging year for every single female 100 meter sprinter and also 200 meters. It is going to be pretty challenging, hands down. But we cannot allow that to cause us to throw everything that Shericka Jackson did in previous years through the window. We have to take in consideration that she's still at the MVP Track Club, where some people say it's done best and some people think that the best sprint coach in the world right now is present there, in the person of Stephen Francis, of course. So personally, my opinion is that we should not be so concerned so early, because yes, she does not look the Shericka Jackson that we know. But be realistic now. Shericka Jackson is coming off a down season in 2024. She opened her season very late last year and she did not run a lot of races. We saw her at the national championships in Jamaica, where she was beaten in the semi-final round by Tia Clayton, and then in the final she went on to win that race. Since then, it's been pretty much nil for Shericka Jackson. So I think it's a lot to ask for her just to come back in 2025 and be laying down the type of performances that we were seeing in 2023. That is just unrealistic. I think she's going to take some time to round herself back into form. She's going to need a lot more races, and that's one of the reasons why we see her running so early this season. And the truth is, 2023 was maybe Shericka Jackson's peak year, and those type of performances that she put down is going to be really, really hard to replicate if everything is not in the right place and if she's not in the best of shape physically. It's going to be hard, hands down. So for all those who are raising alarm bells about Shericka Jackson and think it's the end of the road, it's not the end of the road just yet. It's very, very early season. And of course, we have a lot of time before the World Championships. So let's not write her off. Stephen Francis also, we would have heard him mention that he does things a little bit different at the MVP Track Club. So sometimes in the early season, you will not see the athletes running as fast as we know that they can, based on the training, based on the program that he's running at the time. Sometimes when we see them running on the circuit, they are coming off heavy training, which can somewhat cause a little bit of jet lag, or I should say slow down the athlete a little bit, because of course they would have been working those muscles prior to the race. So I'm looking for Shericka Jackson to come back into form when it gets closer to the national championships. I think that we'll be seeing what she's truly made of. If when the national championship comes around and Shericka is not firing, I think then we should have some serious concerns. And even so, we still could not and should not write her off.